Live on my YouTube channel. It's Thursday. That means that it is time for the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter Recap. Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter comes into your inbox every Wednesday morning. If you don't already subscribe, the link to do so, the link to read the newsletter and subscribe, is on right in the description there. So make sure you do. We do a different topic each week. It comes out on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I come on here live to talk about it and do some readings about the topic. So this week's topic is reaching for the stars. I have two things I want to share about that before we start with the readings, and a lot of you here already know what to do, which is to phrase a question that has to do with the topic. So I discovered the origin of the term reaching for the stars. It comes from Virgil, one of probably the most famous Latin poet. It was he who first coined this phrase, the idea of reaching for the stars. So that's kind of cool. Now, another thing that shows up a lot in popular culture is wishing on a star. And so I thought about that, like, what is the difference between reaching for the stars and wishing on a star? And I think when we talk about reaching for the stars, we are doing something active. We are setting an intention, and we are doing what we have to do to achieve our goals rather than just the wish. And I think that's something we talk about when we talk about prayer, when we talk about magic. The idea that, yes, you can say a prayer, or yes, you can cast a spell, you can set an intention. But if you don't do the actual work, the actual practical stuff that goes along with it, you're not really in the full power of making stuff happen. Now, the other thing around reaching for the stars is you got to believe, man. You got to believe in your goals. You got to believe in the idea that you can achieve your goals. You have to know what your goals are. And that's hard for some people. And this is why we love tarot, isn't it? Because we can use tarot to help us understand our goals, to help us learn to believe in ourselves, and to help us come up with the practical, actionable steps to achieve what we want and to do the magic to achieve what we want. All right, so thank you everyone for being here. Special shout out, of course, to our members. You can tell who the members are because their names are in green. Members are making a monthly commitment to this channel. We really do appreciate that. We actually have a members-only live stream coming up on June 30th. So make sure if you are a member that you join us for that. What are we doing? We're doing tarot magic. So that's really exciting, isn't it? All right. So let's get going. And we're doing this series here with these lives where I am showing you my very beat up decks. Right? This is a Hanson Roberts deck. I have gone through more of these in my career than you can even imagine. Oh my gosh. So this is one of the many, many beat up Hanson Roberts that I still have. They become hard to shuffle, which is one of the reasons I stopped working with them. They also get kind of grubby. But since y'all seem to enjoy seeing my very well-loved decks, here we are. So get your questions in. And if you're here and you have not subscribed to this channel, please do. And please hit the bell so you get notification when I post a new video or when I go live. All right. Let's see what we've got going on here. Hang on. I feel like we need a really good shuffle, and these cards become so hard to shuffle. All right. So, the first request I see is from Allie Mammon. So nice to see you. Could you please tell me whether I can reach for the stars or goals that I aim for by this year end? This is with regard to an exam and career along with my dream life. So there's a lot of pieces to that. But how far can you get by year end? I mean, at least you know what those goals are. At least you know what you're working toward. So is it reasonable to assume that you can do all of this by the end of the year? And the answer is, or at least be very much on your way. You're doing the things. You have the right idea. Yes. I feel like you are on the right path. Maybe it won't be exactly your dream life, but you will be well on your way by the end of the year if you keep up doing what you're doing now. Very good. Hey, Jake, it's so nice to see you. I don't have many dreams, but I guess my only dream right now is to finish this book and actually get an agent and get it published. Okay, so you want to finish the book and you want to go with traditional publishing. Very good. Let's take a look. So there's a lot of pieces to that. Finishing the book. Be patient with yourself and know that perfection takes time, but you absolutely have the ability to do what you need to do there. Getting an agent to take it on. Yes, and that is not easy, especially now, but you'll be able to do it. And can that agent get it published? Yes, and yes. You have every reason to believe in this. You have every reason to believe in your talent, and you have every reason to discipline yourself to do what you need to do here. Yes, Jake, you do it. Betty Flesher, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using a members only emoji. I'd love to reach for the stars, but all I'm feeling is lost in the stars. What should I even reach for at this point in my life? Oh man, that sounds harsh. I'm sorry. Let's take a look. It's a good question. What should you even reach for? Yeah, man, doesn't this card, and here's a good sort of teachable moment in tarot. Betty's like, what should I even reach for? And here we get the Four of Cups. Can you ever think of a better card for that whole concept of, man, what can I even reach for? So when that comes up, this is not an answer to the question. It is an illustration of how you're feeling, and we really got to hold space for the idea that doesn't feel good. So let's take a look, and let's see if we can dig a little deeper, because tarot will do that. Tarot will just come up to reflect your feelings sometimes, which is helpful in feeling validated, but does not seem to offer an answer. So let's try again. You love to learn new things, and you love to find your power, and you want to help other people do that too. Going back to reading professionally, maybe doing some teaching, maybe even doing some writing, recognizing your skill in this area, how much you love metaphysics, and how much you love to work with that. You may be tired right now. You may not have time and energy right now, but you will. It's still there. It's still within you. And those are the stars you should reach for, I believe. Hey, Clumsy Clairvoyance. So what we're doing today is readings around, well, those are messages. That's fair. Reaching your hopes, your goals, your dreams. And what you're asking for is looking for a message from your father. And so what I'm going to do with that is sort of see, we're going to ask the question, does your father have any messages or encouragement around you reaching your goals? And the answer is, I feel like there's a lot going on here beyond the topic that we're talking about in terms of your connection with your father. And, you've been thinking about him a lot because I think you need to feel that connection. It may be that in life as you were growing up, your family did not know how to help you feel empowered. And it may be that now your dad in spirit really is trying to make up for that, trying to help you feel, there's that same card, trying to help you feel the power that you have. And so I think you can look to your father in spirit for that. And you can also look to sort of how in childhood you may not have been given that power or shown that you have that power or given the support to use your power in that way. And in order for you to achieve your goals and your dreams, that's really necessary. So it's about using that power available to you in spirit, healing the inner child there to find your power to create the life that you want. All right. Hey, Von Ray, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for using a members only emoji. Thanks for being a member here. Karen Winkle, so nice to see you. Thank you for being a member. How do I remove the blocks to me reaching for the stars? Good question. By not giving them audience. You know what they are, and you know they've been with you your whole life. Recognize them. I would actually do magic around it, really writing down the whole, sort of all the things you were told or all the ways you were made to feel, and taking that and burning the paper. Or doing some magic where you take that energy and put it in stones and get rid of the stones. I feel like you can have a tendency to sort of perpetuate those blocks. You know exactly what those blocks are, and you perpetuate them by sort of telling yourself that story over and over again. You have to stop telling the story. You have to release the story. All right. Okay, hang on. Over scrolling. Hey, Claire C., nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Ness D., happy to see you. Thank you for being a member here. I love this topic. How would I find balance between reaching the stars and wishing on stars, right? I love it. So, it's fine to wish and to know what to wish for, but the doing is the key. And the thing is, I think you have an issue with this. I think that you very often hold yourself back. And maybe you've been in relationships where you've been held back. Maybe in your childhood you were taught to hold yourself back. But you have plenty of wishes. You got no problem with that. And the things you wish for are reasonable, things that you could actually do. But you stop short of believing it and doing the things you would need to do to get yourself there, because it's hard for you to believe in yourself. And I think that's damage from the past. Duh, we know that. You're going to have to change what you're telling yourself. You're going to have to sort of get to that place where you are not living according to the limitations that other people have put on you, but reaching toward your own potential. That's what I see. Let me know what you think. Okay. Nalini Kalu, nice to see you. Your emoji game is strong, as usual. I'm reaching for the stars in several areas of this new chapter in my life. Just wondering what area I should focus on first. Well, very good. And you know what? It's not one at a time. You got to do it all, and you got to do it all now. It's not first one, then the other. It's all at once. Let's go. Because at the end of the day, the area you're focusing on is your success and your happiness, and that has many facets to it. Melissa, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What is the best way for me to reach for the stars in the area of romance? Oh, yes, your member star has changed colors, Melissa. That's cool. That happens, right? I love that after a certain period of time. I need to get a new member star color for people who have been a member for more than a year. So I'm working on that. But yes, I'm glad you noticed. That's so cool. All right. Melissa, the best way for you to reach for the stars in the area of romance. See it, believe in it, manifest it, do the magic, and know that something great has been worth waiting for. That when it comes, it won't be late, it will be right on time. Horse Van Dunn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Okay. What to reach for? Horse Van Dunn. What you need to reach for is to reach past the things that weigh you down, the worries, the upsets, the practical realities that weigh you down, to find a way to release those things, to believe that those things would not always have to be what you're swimming through to get some air and some light. That would be the thing. Hey, Gemini Sun, so nice to see you. Okay. I feel like I'm reaching for the stars, but maybe I'm reaching incorrectly or in the wrong area of the sky. How can I fix this? Okay, so let's take a look. When we look at sort of what you're reaching for, I almost want to say you're not reaching high enough. I think your ideas are good, your thoughts are good, but you have a lot of frustration. There's been a lot of hurt, a lot of frustration, a lot of difficulty. You have to take time to heal. You have to be willing to ask for help. And you have to believe in yourself 100%, not 50%. Reach higher. Okay. A lot of love for the worn out Hanson Roberts, and a lot of you have worn out Hanson Roberts decks as well, I see. Okay. Okay, Claire C. So nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. I find that I need to be flexible while reaching for the stars to allow for things like COVID and health. Will things come together for me to go on some adventure before year's end? It's hard. It's hard, but I think so. Yes. Yes, flexibility is important, but I think you will be able to do what you want to do. Yes. Amber A. And don't forget about StarCon, January 20th, 2023. We'll be reaching for the stars there. I hope a lot of you will be joining us in person in West Palm Beach because it's going to be lit. All right. Amber A. What is the best way to reach for the stars in the area of romance? I'm copying Melissa's question because it's a great question. I know, isn't it? It is a great question. Oh, and Katie Kondo, thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate that. That's very, very kind. All right, Amber A. Best way to reach for the stars in the area of romance. Amber, you need to be clear about what you want versus what you think you want. What works for you versus what you think would work for you. I feel like you need to really do some thinking about like what's really right for you. What do you really want versus what you've been telling yourself you want versus what other people have been telling you you should want. I think it's hard for you right now to figure that out. So figure out what you really, really want, and once you figure it out, it's going to be a lot easier to get. Oh, Jake, thank you so much. Ali Maman, thank you for the feedback. And Jake, I'll look forward to you renewing your membership. Do it before the 30th so you can come to the workshop if you can. Okay, Von Ray, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I've been trying to reach for the stars with my writing, but I'm still having a hard time finding my audience. I am releasing 2 books this year, but I'm feeling discouraged right now. So, what can you do to find your audience? The key is you need to make yourself more findable. It's about social media. It's about conferences. It's about getting yourself out there. It's about doing interviews. It's all of those things. You're writing, you're doing great, but you're not marketing the way you need to. And that's what it comes down to. So don't be discouraged, just market more. Okay. Oh man, I think a lot of people feel this way. Quinn Kilhari, yes. How can I gain more courage to reach for the stars? I feel like a scaredy cat, and I'm so embarrassed when asking for my wishes. I am so sorry to hear that, but thank you for saying it, because I really believe you're not alone here. I really believe this is something that a lot of people tend to feel. So, How can you gain your courage here? Man, there's a few things. You have to really look at what is it in your family or in your culture that has caused you to feel that shame for just wanting something, or for believing you could do something, or for, thinking that you've got some talent, or, whatever it is. I think sometimes it's about looking at the people around you who are doing those things and sort of saying, well, gee, if they can, I can. And at the end of the day, it's about loving yourself. It's about loving yourself enough to believe in yourself. Those are the things, as I see it, for you and honestly for a lot of people. Hey, Caroline McLaughlin, nice to see you. Raquel, Art and more, nice to see you. How do I reach for the stars to achieve my goals in work and life? My brain is always up and down. Well, you are one of the busiest people in the world, I think, so that really makes sense. So the thing is, it really is about balance. And balance is hard. It's about shutting up the voices, either from other people or in your own head, that makes you think you can't do it. It's about feeling guilty that you can't be in a million places at once. Stop feeling guilty. Know that you're doing your best. Keep your balance and you'll get there. Oh, Nesty, thank you. As always, you're spot on. I believe in the power of wish. It's the hope, the spark, but reaching the stars is the action. I get trapped by the belief that I have to take care of other things. I hear you. I hear you. Okay, White Magic Witch. I hope I could build my house this year. Let's take a look. It's going to take some doing, but I think you could. Yeah. Teresa Chase, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. I'm reaching for the stars in my career by way of earning a degree. Am I overreaching? Heck no! You are right on time doing exactly the thing you're supposed to be doing, and that does show up in the cards for you a lot. So I'm happy to be able to give you that validation. You are doing the right thing. Okay. Cassandra, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Not sure how to word this, but how do I continue to reach for the stars without always dropping them all over the place? And thanks for using members only emojis. That's funny. And you just keep on doing exactly what you're doing, my friend. You're not dropping anything. You're doing great. It's not easy. You're doing fine. You need to know that you are right on time doing exactly what you need to be doing, and you'll get some recognition for it as well. Just keep on going. You're doing great. Okay. Maria Miri, looking to find a future husband. That's certainly a star to reach for. And I would say yes, maybe even in the next 3 to 6 months, I think. Okay, Katie Kondo, once again, thank you so much for the super sticker. And let's get to your question. I just hired a new team member. Hallelujah. Thanks for being a member here as well, Katie. Will this new team member be successful? I'm happy that you're getting team members. It's going to take a while for the two of you to get to know each other and understand each other. Give it time. Give it time. That's the key. I think it could be, but it's going to take time to figure it out. Okay, and Horace Van Dunn, surgery tomorrow. I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm sure everything will be good. Okay, Delia Lossie. The star you're reaching for is for your ex and you to get back together. Is it possible? Actually, it is. Hey, Charles Saddlemeyer. I just finished my GED and I'm currently going for my CNA and LPN as well as end-of-life doula. Am I reaching the right way? Oh, yes. Perfect. For career, for who you are, for your spirit, for everything. Perfect. Well done. Night Wisdom Tarot, it's my wish to have a nice romantic life. Would that be possible? Will I find the man I want? Yes. Yes, you will. Hey, Smile Soul 20, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Okay. Thank you all for the feedback. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. So from my perspective, everything's going good here. I have answered every question. If I accidentally missed you, I am so sorry. Please reiterate your question. If you have not yet asked a question, well, what are you waiting for? Please do ask. I feel like we're coming to the end here, so I'll be back tomorrow with your Friday weekly wrap-up. And, remember, I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom. I'm going to be in the Tampa Bay area next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend. You can see me in person there if you like. And we've got some new stuff coming up for July, so check that out. I will look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you all so very much. Really appreciate all of you. I am Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. I will look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks so much.